Alright, shut the hell up. It's time to talk. There's been a load of Chinese whispers backstage. People having their own opinions on this show. Will it last? Has Cheese gone over his head? Has he got dementia? Well, I'll tell you what, none of those answers are true apart from the third one, most likely soon. This show will work. This show will work because I will put my blood, sweat and tears into this. And the only difference between this show and when we tried to do it last time is that we didn't have the hot topic Almir in the mix. We put Almir in a closet and we told him to go crazy. And this man's cooking right now. He's cooking so much that that bastard, that son of a bitch, Brad Bishop, thinks he can walk through this door, come back to Crash Course on Tuesday. You're lucky I wasn't in the arena, goddammit. Well, you know what? I'm going to let Almir handle that. But for these Chinese whisperers, for these naysayers, for these boys from Birmingham, you know who the hell I'm talking to. I don't take disrespect. The men deserve the limelight, the women deserve the limelight, and that's what we're doing right now. If you don't like it, piss off to Brad Bishop Wrestling. They'll have you. Go speak to Stan Stevens and ask him if you can go to fucking trampoline wrestling. Go speak to Goal and ask if there's any washed up federations that you can fit in, because I tell you what, SCW does not have room for washed up people. Every single fan in attendance tonight is here for a reason. They're here to witness history. We've got Alex Steele and Cynthia Taylor in a Unification main event. We've got a chamber match. 6 stacked women going against each other. We have the 2 best in the business, Jazz Shawbridge and Tony Rose, facing each other. We have 2 up-and-comers, Ariella and Skylar, both with a point to prove, clashing against each other. No fight that I put on this card will be by mistake. There ain't no fillers on this card. Maybe there'll only be 4 fights a card. Maybe. But every single fight will have purpose. Every single fight will have meaning, goddammit. Support the Fed. Stop with these whispers. Stop with these opinions. Look what we've accomplished in the last 340 days. Respect the vision. Trust the process. And goddammit, enjoy the show. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to watch this chamber. I've got my coffee. I've got my Cheetos. I'm not worried. The draft will be revealed a little bit later on. Ladies and gentlemen and everyone in between, welcome to the first ever SC Wrestling Destiny. Right, now I've got that promo out of the way, ladies and gentlemen and everyone in between, welcome to a very different looking arena to what I was in just a second ago. It's how we switch it up here at SCW. The production is absolutely crazy. The team works so hard. We've got this Elimination Chamber theme going on. We've got to, keep in spirit. Laura is bringing the party alive. Of course, look, if we're having a women's only show. The life of the party, Laura Roy, has to come out first and get the crowd pumping. We just absolutely love the adrenaline that Laura brings to the table. For this Elimination Chamber, a future contender for the championship that we'll be seeing defended later on in the main event. Well, we'll be unifying 2 championships that we have at the moment into 1. Very excited to see that. Alex Steele going against Cynthia Taylor in that one. KC just walked down. We have Leah making her way. The announcer is talking, I'm talking over him. Rule number 1 as a commentator, never talk over the announcer. I decided to introduce him. You know, I've already got my promo out of the way. I've already said what I needed to. Amber Wright coming out. We'll let the announcer talk.
From Melbourne, Australia, the basket case, Amber Wright.
Previous Gladiator champion, of course, Amber Wright, so she knows what it's like to hold the championship that will soon be changed into, we're not sure what the name will be, we're going to find out soon enough. Talking over the announcer again, that's how we do. We're feeling pumped, alright, we're excited. Julia Santos, never had the privilege of commentating one of her matches before, so definitely excited for this one. Smokey Davidson, watched her win the
South Korea, Smokey Davidson.
watched Smokey win the tag championship recently, of course. Great pay-per-view that was, and here we go then, we're getting things underway very quickly. Julia Santos and Smokey Davidson in the ring at first. Obviously every other wrestler will be coming out at certain intervals, probably about 1 minute a piece. I'm gonna gamble and guess, but Julia Santos, Smokey Davidson in the ring at first. Julia, who with some LMA strikes, I'm loving to see it. This is what I'm saying, I've watched some of their fights, of course, but I haven't actually had the privilege of commentating over one before. But yeah, like I touched upon, Smokey Davidson, massive win, tag titles with Ivy, I believe. People say Alice won it, Alice Dixon. I've never remember anyone called Alice Dixon. She's called Ivy. So anyone saying anything different, who's coming out next? Classic microphone issues there, I think, only for about 5 seconds, but we're all good. Amber Wright will be coming out third in this. Ground and pound here from Julia Santos. Impressive so far. And Amber Cassidy, previously known as Amber Wright, now of course Amber and Nolan got married, I suppose. But beautiful springboard nonetheless. A minute ago, going to be taken to the top turnbuckle, it looks like, from Smokey Davidson. Julia Santos getting in the mix again. But yeah, like Amber, you know, she's had the championship before. You could say she's backtracking, going for the same thing. But I wouldn't say that. Lovely suplex there from Smokey Davidson, tag champion. Already got gold on her, so it would be good for Smokey to try and put herself in contention, to try and get 2 championships around her waist. Who will be coming out number 4? We have Leah, we have Laura, we have Casey, and it's going to be Leah. Another wrestler I do not believe I have had the privilege of calling. I think it could be her debut fight in SCW. Lovely knee to start things off against Julia Santos, going in with some kick. We have a cover here from Amber Wright, bit delayed there from Marcus, though. The referee needs to wake up a little bit. Amber picking Smokey up. Leah doing the same, and Smokey thrown onto that outside, onto that steel mesh. It may look comfortable, but god damn it, believe me, it's not comfortable. I've been thrown on that many a time. Absolutely brutal. Yeah, we'll see how Leah fares up in this match. Very interesting, very lucky really to be put in a match like this on your debut. Interesting pin there from Amber, but not enough. Who will be coming out number 5? Will it be Casey? Will it be the ever so joyful Lloyd? And it is going to be Laura Royal, the life of the party inside the chamber. Smokey Davidson, and this is the thing when you have the 5th wrestler, almost like we saw it at the Iron Survivor, the 5th wrestler, like a 5th wheel, a little bit out of the equation, and sort of just stalk like a predator on prey to see who to attack and when, you know, when's the right time to do so. Leah against the ropes, and it's going to be another cover, but not enough. Oh, lovely move there from Julia, knocking Amber off, and you can see Leah's just taking a little bit of a moment, snoozing on the job, caught lacking from Laura. The ultimate opportunist right now. Smokey Davison thrown out, and it's going to be the time for Casey Adams to enter. Obviously, Casey was in that tag match, wasn't successful, and I'm sure that's frustrating enough for her. We don't need to keep reminding of her. She's going to want some gold around her waist soon enough. Leah caught in the tree. Casey going to take advantage of it. However, she's opting to go to Smokey, trying to break the back there. Then all 6 women in this now. It's up to them what they can do. Smokey again, thrown to the outside. I think we've seen her take that trip many a times in Casey for good measure as well. Thought it was going to have a lovely little pile driver there from Julia. Going to go for the cover though on Leah. And we're going to see the first elimination right now. No, we're not. Getting out of it. Referee's going for a jog. Julia top rope and sending it. Kicking Smokey. I thought she was going to go for Leah, but completely took everyone by surprise. You've got to admire someone like that. Bit of teamwork, a bit of head bashing instead. No teamwork here. Every woman for themselves. You can see Leah just outside now. And it's not a bad tactic, to be fair, go out there and catch your breath, apart from when you get tossed out there like Lloyd did. Gonna hurt your spine after a while. But a bit of teamwork here, Leah and Amber. When I'm focusing on the teamwork, you'll hear an announcement shortly after unmistaken the reason. Teamwork may be important here over at Destiny, but not in the way that you know it. Lovely moonsault there, or attempted. They didn't connect really from Lloyd, but the distance, the range, you have to applaud it. Going to go for the cover now on Amber right. 1 count, not even enough for a 2. Julia getting out whatever Casey was thinking. And now just going to go for a wonder, it seems. Oh, Leah trying to totally knock out Julia there. Casey Adams just resting Julia, tossed to the outside, and it looks like Smokey's going to take advantage until Leah jumped in the mix. Impressive work from Leah. Like I said, her debut. You can't expect too much on his debut fight. Going to go for the cover. Are we going to see the first elimination? No. Amber right thrown to the outside. Many people now all in the same place, going at it. Smokey Davison, tag champion. Julia Santos had the privilege of speaking to her the other day, talking about her plans, what to expect. And like I said, we have the, hang on, another head bash there. That's what you get for trying to team up. This isn't a team game, not in these walls. Leah going for a cover now. Is it going to be enough? No, it is not. Ambitious, of course. Casey throwing inside the ring. Julia now going to go for a cover. Not going to be enough again. Casey with a kick. Another kick. Picking Julia up, and we got Amber right outside going for a cover. We're not going to be watching it though. Weird camera work. You won't be seeing that at Unmistaken. The cameras will be solely controlled by the production team. No cameraman Kyle to worry about. Amber Wright going to go for a cover on Lloyd, but it's not going to be enough. Casey Adams on Julia Santos here. Very evenly spread so far. Casey going to go to the corner. We're going to have Leah quickly going for a cover, sort of in the way of Casey with Marcus. Not Mark, good old Marcus. We can always rely on Marcus to find out when Mark doesn't feel up to the job. You know, Mark's got 7 jobs. He's a postman. He works in the local co-op. He even does Uber on the weekends.
We can't rely on him to referee all the time. Laurie controlling at the moment. Amber Wright going for a cover. Marcus not interested. More interested on the submission that Smokey is focusing on right now. Trying to get Leah out, the first person who would be out of this. Is it going to be enough? Doesn't look like it, no. Casey going to be thrown into the ring. Laura as well. Tossed into the ring, and all superstars now inside the squared circle. Amber Wright throwing those punches. We have Leah against the corner, and Julia and Casey sort of just clashing together. Amber with a nasty punch there. All six putting on a show, no one wanting to give up so far. I mean, there is a big prize on the table. A match at Unmistaken, which is huge. You've got to be goddamn lucky to put yourself on that card. Amber Wright was trying to finish the job, but a lovely, lovely knee connects. That looked absolutely brutal. Amber now thrown to the outside. Going to be a cover, but not enough again. I almost missed that. That was Casey Adams on Julia. Amber Wright thrown back in the ring. Smokey Davidson going to circle around, debate what to do, get back in the ring. Leah tossed to the outside. No one opting to go on top of the pods. You could use everything that you see in your view. But they opt not to. I get it, you've got to be safe. Ground and pound now from Amber Wright. Casey Adams is stalking. Casey versus Amber would be an interesting fight for sure. Julia Santos recovering back in the ring. Leah, impressive, surviving so far in this matchup. All six surviving so far in this matchup. No eliminations as of yet. You got to give it to, I mean, Amber Wright, is she alright? Absolutely tripping out. Laura going to go for the cover now. Are we going to see the first elimination? No, we're not. Leah kicking out. Hell of a performance. Smokey Davison cover on Casey Adams. Surely not the first one to be eliminated. You'd be surprised to see another cover. Marcus being kept busy right now. A lot of close calls, but not enough. Laura there with a beautiful move, and it's caught the end of it. Going to go for the cover on Leah now. We're going to have a 1, we're going to have a 2, and we do have the first elimination then. Leah. Debut fight, like I said, you can't expect her to really walk out and absolutely dominate, but still an impressive performance to last this long. It's the left, Leah. Yeah, to the left. I think someone pointed her to the direct. I think she was a little bit lost. Not sure how to get out of the chamber. Julia looking for something. Hang on, power driver potentially? Oh, switching it up. Going for the cover on Amber Wright. Could we see the second elimination? I think we're going to. No, we're not. Close call. Not enough. Julia obviously hosting a massive party at her huge house the other night, I heard. People ask, geez, do you party? Look at my age. If I party, I'd go into cardiac arrest. So it's probably best I don't. Smokey Davison springboard, delivering a nasty kick to the face of Julia Santos. Still 5 women left in this. Hell of a performance from all of them. I keep saying, but we've got to keep giving the credit where it's due. Amber Wright springboard. Julia just laid out for the moment. Going to get back up to her feet. Casey top right. I'm just hoping one of them potentially think about that dangerous climb. It's worth it. Put on a show. Casey against Julia. And like I said, Casey, frustrated, of course, didn't get the tag championship. She really wants it. She managed to beat Jazz last week. Very impressive, and a lovely little slam there. Going to go for the cover on Julia Santos. Is it going to be enough? And it is. Then gets the elimination. I think Smokey Davidson eliminated. I completely missed that. So there is 3 left. Casey Adams, Laura Roy, and Amber Wright. Amber Wright's had this before. She knows what it's like. Laura Roy put on a hell of a performance in the Iron Survivor fight. You've got to give it to her. It's who can come out on top now. Oh, hang on, against the Chamber Pod. Jesus Christ, face first. Driven straight into the pod, unforgiving. Laura Roy suplex. Connecting perfectly. And it's battle for the best right now. We've got a little bit of a battle for the best. Jazz Shortbridge and Tony Rose going against each other a little bit later on. I'll say a little bit later on, coming up just after this. Could be a matter of minutes, could be another 20. The way these 3 are fighting for the ultimate prize right now. And I'm not even talking about the championship, I'm talking about a fight I'm mistaken. That alone goes on the top of anyone's resume. Casey Adams throwing Amber in the ring and throwing Laura in the ring, taking care of business. Opting for Amber Wright first. Laura missing the target, nobody's home. Amber Wright thrown back outside, maybe just trying to focus on one at the moment. Casey Adams going to pick Laura up to her feet. Amber back up to her feet. Casey going to go for the cover hit on Laura. Is it going to be enough? No. Fair play. I thought potentially that could have been it. Nasty kick driven straight to the face. Fireman's carry here from Amber Wright. Laura is going to get back up to her feet. Slam straight to the canvas and going to go for the cover now is Amber on Casey Adams. Could this be the moment she's gone? But it's not. Laura, lovely moonsault while we have Casey relaxing in the corner. Taking a moment. Taking a breather. It really shows the passion, the determination, the will of all of these superstars to try and go this far. I mean, they know what's at stake. Future Hall of Fame. Anything can be possible when you get yourself on that match card. And you may have saw at the back and look like the WrestleMania sign. That certainly said unmistaken. Amber Wright reversing that. Laura ready to pounce though. Moonsault, and we're going to see pretty much the same thing we saw a minute ago, but alternative positions. Laura going to go to the middle rope. Casey back up to her feet. Amber. What the hell is she doing? Who was she kicking there? Aaron Air. Punches here from Casey. I mean, I'm worried for Amber's safety. Absolutely tripping. Toss to the outside, gets a second to try and catch her breath. We're going to watch the life of the party, Laura Roy. Made sort of famous over from Warfare, the previous women's show. Amber Wright back in the ring. 3 women still in this, and it's crazy the performance that they have put on tonight. A chamber to remember for sure. Gonna go for the cover on Laura. Surely they can't kick out of this. We're talking about the life of the party. Come on. Put some respect on her name. Not gonna fumble. Little choke slam. Gonna go for the cover now is Casey to put Amber out of the equation, and she does.
Competitor has been eliminated.
Casey Adams, Laura Roy, both deserving. Who will prevail? Laura looking for the top rope. Going to absolutely send it, no doubt. Potentially the cover here on Casey Adams. Is this the moment she punches her ticket? No, it isn't. Casey, like I said, she fought for the tag championship. She's not going to do it again. Laura. You gotta love Laura, the life of the party. Gonna go for the cover. Not gonna be enough. It's gonna take something more to put down Casey Adams. You're gonna have to find that little bit of extra in you. A standard human alone can't do it. Not when she's this focused, this hungry. Casey picking Laura up. Nasty punch. Falling down to the canvas, looks like it hurt her spine. Casey Adams, Laura Roy, one of these people will be at Unmistaken 2. The fight card of legends. Casey gonna go to the top, maybe the top. It's good enough. Gonna go for the cover here now on Laura. Is this the moment? Frustrated. Drained. Tired. All of those emotions running through your head 20 minutes into a chamber. They say a chamber changes a person. You don't walk out the same. Well, I don't know how the hell these two are even going to walk out tonight. Looking for the chokeslam to put this to bed. Casey Adams, she has waited patiently and she will no longer have to wait. Her moment is now.
Here is your winner, Casey.
Wanted the world championship, and I think that's the thing that she really wants. One day, maybe. But just like LC, she has punched her ticket. A championship fight at Unmistaken 2. You don't want to miss it. This is a very, very interesting fight. The world champion going against her former teammate.
The following is an Extreme Rules match. Making her way to the ring from the Queen City, the World Women's Champion, JAS.
Like I said, going against her former teammate, former tag champions. A massive reign that they had as well. An interesting fight tonight. You know what I'm like. I had to book it. Once I seen them lose the title, it was inevitable, it had to happen. We'll see who the better of the two is. Jazz has made her way to the ring. Let's see Tony Rose make her entrance. People eager to see the draft. The draft will be coming round 2 at least after this match round 3 a little bit later on in the night.
From New York, Tony
Rose walking down to the ring. No longer a championship around her waist, of course. Still rocking the same sort of attire as Tony and Jazz. Will this be a friendly bout? Hard to tell. Very, very hard to tell. We're going to have to find out. Here at Destiny Fight 2, I mean, what a fight the opener was at Chamber. Then we got Ariella in action next against Skylar. And then, of course, the main event. Unifying 2 belts. We saw Smokey pick up the tag championships with Ivy, we'll just say. Mark has made his appearance for this match. I thought he wasn't here for this show, god damn it, but he's here. It's all good. Tony Rose, Jazz Shawbridge, previous tag champions, in action right now. Tony, I was going to say had the better of Jazz for the second, but a little slap to the back of the head. Kick to the gut there from Tony. Tony getting out of whatever Jazz was thinking, caught on the ropes momentarily. Same again. For good measure, just repeating it. We like to see it. And it's a hard one to call who's going to be in this. I'm not sure if we've seen these two in action early on in the Fed. I'm not too sure. I know that they joined Royal Guards and that's what made them a team, really. Been very, very dominant ever since. Jazz going for a very early pin. This is an Extreme Rules match. You can use weapons. Using a rope won't help you. Jazz looking to sweep the leg, but Tony, other ideas, a kick to the face. Gonna go to the middle rope, walking on the ropes and a drop kick. Beautiful there from Tony. But lacking those. Jazz catches her. And another slap. Jazz loves a good slap. Leg sweep from Tony, though, picking Jazz back up. Very fast paced. Look at these kicks. Not done yet, swinging it around. Jesus Christ, nearly knocking Jazz's face off. Finds carry. I'll tell you what, Tony is coming next. Meaning business. There's going to be a 1. There's going to be a 2. Shoulders up, but quite surprising to get a 2 count this early on. Tony now walking on the ropes again, another drop kick. Tony's fired up. Jazz for a kick of her own. I thought this was going to be a friendly bout. It's quite ugly at the moment. You wouldn't think these two were training in the same camp for months on end. Look at that slap against the barricade. The fans getting their money's worth. Money's worth. Making their money's worth. Whichever works for you. Jazz just toying with Tony, completely twisting my words up, tongue-tied. Let's get back in this. Kick to the face. And Jazz is going to be looking for the first weapon of the night. It's going to be the classic ladder. I mean, would you have thought any different? I would have. I thought these two were friends. A little bit cold-blooded. A little bit cold-blooded. Hang on. Tony face first into the ladder. Then it's just dangerous seeing that ladder being teased. I know what can happen. I've been through it. We've all been through it. It's almost a staple now at SCW in an Extreme Rules match to put the ladder out. Jazz now against the ladder. What's Tony going to do it? And it's going to be face first the other way around. Giving each other a migraine. Chemical Kev sitting in Gorilla. He's got the aspirin ready. We want to see some other weapons. We want to see some impact. Jazz looking to carry. Tony switching it up. Fireman's carry, spinning her around. You never know what Jazz is thinking. Always something new. Tony into the ladder now. Hang on. Uh-oh. It's not worth it. Hang on, that's a bit of a... Not what you'd expect to see. The fans maybe seeing Tony on the ladder thought something crazy was going to happen. But a punch was all we had. Jazz now against the ladder. Just a little battle against the ladders right now. No snakes, just ladders. Hopefully we'll take this action in ring. Jazz looking to do something outside. Put this one to bed. Going for the lock. It's obviously not going to matter. Mark isn't going to really pay attention, but still it's going to wear your opponent down. Tony Rose doing the classic waving her hands in the air. Fans joining, mocking her almost. Elbow to the face. And I think they're going to finally take this action back inside the ring. Mark is going to be alert and Tony trying to capitalise on the situation. Jazz is going to take Tony swinging. Going to go for the cover now. Is it going to be enough? Mark is down. It's going to be a 1. It's going to be a 2, but it's not going to be enough. Very frustrated, most likely. The draft coming up the second round. Just after this match. In a matter of moments. It looks like. Because I think Jazz is going for it. She's got Tony up in the corner. This move has helped her retain her championship many, many times. Tony trying to fight back, but to no avail. She's got her hooked up. The unhinged avalanche. Connects, and Jazz needs to get back to her feet and try and get this cover. Is this going to be enough? Tony is down for the count, but not out. The 2 count, and Jazz almost can't believe it. Fair play to Tony. The resilience. She's going to throw Jazz into the danger zone, into the ladder. Hang on. Going to climb top rope. I thought they were friends, but apparently not. No love lost, and I think it hurt both of them. Jazz certainly taken most of the impact, but when you do a spot like that, you gotta pretty much accept that you're putting yourself through the ringer too. Tony now looking for another weapon. Gonna bring the batter. This is where it gets a little bit more extreme to the face. Jesus Christ. And again. Straight in the eye it looked like. Jazz managing to take the bat, get out of harm's way and give Tony some. Jazz swung to the other steel steps there. Tony with the bat again, absolutely unhinged. I love that slap. Knocking the bat straight off Tony's hands. Completely dominated. Nearly into the ring post, but didn't quite work out, and neither did that one. Both a bit awkward. And Jazz now with a nasty kick to the face. Picking Tony back up. Kick, a chop, another kick. Hell of a battle between these two. Another slap, a chop, a kick. Beautiful combo, another kick to the face. And it's a hard one to call into the ring post now. What a show we've had so far. 2 fights down. Still got a unification title fight. And Jazz, I think, looking a little injured potentially. Walking over to the bat. Not quite done yet. Gotta swing it around. Looking a little injured with the run for sure. maybe taken a fall, taken a bump in this match, I'm not too sure. What's she thinking? Nothing. Fair play. Jazz here with the combos, absolutely destroying. Not looking to take this inside, they're both just going for it outside of the ring, giving the fans that amazing view of just carnage in front of them. Picking up the bat again. Tony almost had his spine broken out. Hard to tell who's going to come out of this on top. I've called many fights, usually this is the moment when they get back in the ring. This is the moment it can all end. Jazz looking to do just that against Tony right now. We're going to have the cover and we're going to have a W by Jazz Shawbridge picking up the win against Tony Rose. Former tag champions, former friends I would say after that. Hell of a competition.
Here is your winner, J.A.S.
Massive W on the first show. We love to see it, and you know what else we love to see? The goddamn draft. The second round. Let's get it on the way. The second round starts right now. We are kicking the second round off with Damian Blackwell heading back to Mayhem. A massive, massive signing from Almere, and Bob Caldwell will be taking the trip over to Crash Course. We will be seeing round 3 coming up just after this fight. Ariella versus Skylar, a qualification fight, going towards a little tournament that I suppose I would explain. So obviously Jazz and Chloe will be facing each other at Unmistaken for the championship. We will need a contender afterwards. Skylar, obviously over at Crash Course, had quite a poor record. I hope she doesn't mind me saying. Ariella, not managing to hold her own really at Mayhem, she sort of struggled. It's the opportunity for both of these ladies to show why they deserve to be in this tournament tonight. One of them fall, one of them will rise, and Skylar rising up the goddamn turnbuckle. Obviously a member of the newly appointed Valor, if you will. Many factions turning up at SCW. In a faction with my son. Me and Shay, we've been speaking recently, we haven't seen eye to eye, but there's a few things that bring people closer, and when you're family, how can you hate your own son, god damn it?
Hey everyone, my name is Skylar Viper, and I want to welcome you to the newest and first show here on SCW, which is Destiny. An all-women's roster, by the way, which I'm excited for personally. Cheese, the amazing dude that he is, has given me another shot on this roster, along with everyone else. And I'm hoping to turn some heads with this. I don't plan to just do good on this show, nah. I refuse just settling for good. I want to go for the gold, whether that be from a new champ or Jazz Shortbridge herself. I'm a part of the Valor, and I'm sure as hell will make sure I will do well here. Not only for myself, or for my GM, or all you lovely amazing people here watching at home, but I will do well for my faction, and make sure to make them proud. I'll make people notice, and I will make sure they put on some damn good, amazing matches for everyone here.
But we know who's coming out next, obviously. Put myself on the map over at Mayhem, and as I touched upon, wasn't majorly successful. But knows what's in store tonight for Ariella. Joined the same time as Alex Steele, and you could certainly put in the argument that Alex Steel has managed to get herself over a little bit better. But this is what this brand is for, giving every single woman that individual opportunity to put themselves over and get themselves a fan base, prove that they can do it and go against the big champs like Alex and Jazz. Obviously Alex will be defending her championship against Cynthia Taylor, who holds the championship over at Crash Course. Those championships will be unified tonight, just after this one. Ariella in the ring. We're about to get the third fight at SCW Destiny, the debut show underway. Marsha has signalled the fight is underway. Ariella comes charging in with a knee, knocking Skylar over quickly, but Skylar back up to her feet. As I said, new member Spear, new member of Valor, a very interesting faction that Shane is running himself now. Me and Shane, like I said, we've caught up, we've spoken. We had a little bit of a discussion about Dan Stevens the other night. Obviously Dan Stevens serving 25 to life in prison. For some reason he thought it was the government's fault that Havoc closed. No idea why, but he went absolutely senile and decided to go in armed in a government building down in Suffolk. And yeah, it just went absolutely insane. I'm not going to tell you what happened, it's too graphic for TV. Let's just say he's serving 25 to life. And obviously we bonded over the unfortunate happenings of Teresa Green, shall we say. Teresa spending her time in a coma at the moment, hopefully will wake up one day. Only time will tell. Ariella with a nasty punch there. And yeah, it begs the question, both of these people wearing green at the moment. Like I said, I've seen Skylar designing a little purple and green attire. It's looking really dope. We'll see that debut next week should Skylar get an opportunity to fight next week. You're going to have to win tonight. One of you two going to be sat back in the locker room next week, ironing out everyone else's attires. Whilst the other one, main event. The qualification, I mean this is the only qualification fight. We have 7 people already on a list. This is the 8th that I'm finding. The tournament will start next week. It'll finish around about Unmistaken time maybe. I'll speak to the production people and try and get that final fight at Unmistaken. We will see. I'm sure Shane and the rest of Valor are going to be watching on tonight. Dropping the elbow. Now just stomps, loads of stomps repeated by Skylar. Kicks to the face, rearranging the facial features there of Ariella. Does good to get outside of the ring, out of harm's way, but right back into the lion's pit now and going into the corner. Skylar taking a slow walk, she's not in no rush. No reason to. Look at that SCW logo. It's so perfectly placed. I mean, what is it with this game? How can you fix the mats and then break the flipping? Just no, we're not even gonna get distracted and talk about other things right now. The arena, apart from that goddamn SCW logo, is absolutely beautiful. Skylar going for a cover now on Ariella. Is it going to be enough? Of course it's not. There's got 1 count in this qualification match. A lot of people waiting for that 3rd round of the draft coming up a little bit later on tonight. Ariella managing to come out of that situation the better person with a vital kick. Skylar opting to go outside. Ariella's going to be sending it, Jesus Christ. Massive dive there from Ariella, connected beautifully, and now they're outside no man's land. Exchanging blows. Skylar opting to go back inside the ring. She don't want to mess around. Very hyped up. Ariella, as you can see, walking back into the ring slowly. Going to get this fight back underway. This going on here? Alright, my Discord was starting to update or something. That's a little strange. Oh, hang on. Another kick here from Ariella. Let's focus. Cheese. Gotta pick Skylar up. Skylar sweeps the leg though. No, thank you. Gotta go to the top rope. Marsha's gonna try and calm her down. I don't think that's gonna happen. You can't calm down someone hungry, and if you're on Valor, you got something to prove. Gonna go for the cover. Imagine if that heel was the one that put Ariella down. It would be very, very strange to get a pinfall from that. Obviously a 2 count. But she started off very well. I believe that she has quite a bad record for what I was discussing with her the other day. But she did say she wanted to go for the World Championship. She's not here to mess around. She wants the big one. And I like that. Hang on. Hang on. We got the Viper's Prey here. Could this be enough to put Ariella down? I don't think it is going to be. Some punches to get out of that choke. No, thank you. Now Ariella looking for something of her own. Skylar going to get up. Is she going to take it? It looks like she is. Face first to the canvas. Ariella going to go for the cover here on Skylar. Will she make her way? No, she will not. Just a 2 count. Skylar getting out of it. Ariella frustrated. Going to the top rope. Marsha going to try and calm her down. Of course, the wife of the incredibly controversial referee that we do have here, Mark. Evenly battled between the two at the moment. The main event coming up very, very shortly. Unifying 2 championships, the Gladiator and the Warrior champion. Only one will remain. Very excited to see that. Cynthia Taylor and of course Alex Steele main event, isn't it? Ariella just going in with his strikes here. Showing no love. Skylar opting to go outside again. Ariella with the punches. Skylar 1 for good measure, 2 for good measure. Ariella struggling here, but gonna get out of it. Obviously no pinfalls or submissions count outside of the ring, so just a tactic really from Skylar there to wear your opponent down. I understand it. We'll be expecting to see some of Valor, or potentially at least Shade at ringside next week, should Skylar be fit. Ariella thrown into the ring. 6 count from the referee. Skylar is going to join, going to go to the top rope. Calling Ariella back up to her feet. She is going not to send it. Completely ruined my opportunity to call one break. Saving Ariella from that situation. And then kick up, getting out of it. Ariella now back up to her feet. Going to go to the top rope herself. Skylar up to her feet. Is it going to be enough time to react? Very, very interesting bit here from Skylar. Just throwing Ariella off. Surely that's not going to be it. What the hell? She must have landed very, very awkwardly indeed. But there we go. Skylar advancing as qualified into the tournament. We will be seeing her next week. Congratulations to her, of course. And the main event and the draft coming straight up. So, oh, hang on, we got Jazz, a little bit of a replay here. Oh no! Chloe has got Jazz when she least expected it. Backstage and a nasty attack here now. Hang on, is that a goddamn shovel? Oh, to the face! Jesus Christ, Chloe. You couldn't just wait till I'm mistaken. It was a couple of weeks away. Kicking now, stomping to the head of Jazz. This is brutal. Jazz busted open. Not looking in a good way, and what a nasty, nasty attack there from Chloe. Jesus Christ. I mean, I really hope she's alright. That attack looked absolutely brutal. You know, I'm all for hyping up unmistakable, but let's not kill our women's champion at the same time. Anyway, let's focus main event. Alex Steel walking out with the Gladiator Championship. Shouldn't really be called the Gladiator Championship if it's a women's belt. Which is why we won't be seeing or hearing that name after tonight. Which championship design will we keep? Well, you think I'm not going to make a new one? God damn it. You know what I'm like. You know what I'm like. Come on. We'll be seeing something new. Maybe a Destiny champion. We'll figure that out. Cynthia Taylor. Rocking with a very different but equally as lovely championship. Begs the question, who's going to be walking away tonight successful? I did commentate a few of Cynthia's fights. She obviously started when Warfare started, so I got the opportunity to watch a few, but Alex Steel, I had the pleasure of commentating throughout the whole of Mayhem, and impressive would be an understatement when we talk about Alex Steel. Earned her right in this company, and earned her right at the top of the pickings, if you will. If Alex wasn't holding the championship, there wouldn't be a qualification. There wouldn't be a tournament because Alex Steel would be going for the world championship. But we're going to get this fight underway. No, we're not then. But here we are, main event. Marshall rings the bell and we are underway. Cynthia Taylor running in very, very quickly. Trying to get the better of Alex Steel early on in this matchup. I mean, that's probably the thinking in Cynthia's camp, to be honest, just to try and get this match done as quickly as possible. Not here to put on a show tonight, not here to make a name for herself, just to try and walk away with both championships. Cynthia circling around. Alex Steel going to opt to go outside. Needs to sort of regenerate. Get back in this matchup. The first minute or so hasn't been going her way. Cynthia flies outside the ring, sending herself straight towards Alex Steel. Picking Alex Steel back up, kick to the midsection, a chop, and a lovely suplex to finish off that sequence. Both women outside of the ring at the moment. We're going to have a count out. Falls, submissions. Anything you can do to beat your opponent has to happen inside of the ring. Cynthia completely alive at the moment. Brought the energy. Momentum completely on her side. It's moments like these early on in the match where you need to show your dominance, and it's what Cynthia's doing. Got the leg locked in now. Alex Steel going to be struggling. The rope not far away in my opinion. I thought she could have probably reached for that personally, but it's all good. Alex Steel trying to now wake up. Going to lock the head. Look at the skills. Oh, nasty kick to the face. Driven there to the thigh, straight to the face. And this is what I was saying, nasty slam to the mat. Alex Steel waking back up, momentum shifting, going to go for the cover here. Very early cover on the champion, Cynthia. Not going to be enough, of course. Now, you gotta like the looks of Alex Steel. Many different ones that we've seen in the short time that we've had the pleasure of having her in the company. We're going to have a pinfall from Cynthia, very early cover as well. A one for good measure. Kick to the back. Alex Steel going to try use the ropes to help her out of this situation. Cynthia pouncing though. Not wasting any time. Round 3 of the draft coming up just after the main event. Cynthia. Just showing the fans, you know, who she is. Getting her name out there. Alex opts to do that in a completely different way. Very fast pace so far. Cynthia got the leg locked in. Alex Steele again. To me, it looks like she's very close to the rope. Very close to the rope. Oh! Nasty punch there and getting Cynthia back up to her feet. Unified championship fight. And what a show it's been. I mean, the Elimination Chamber was off the rails. Jazz and Tony off the rails. I mean, that fight, I was expecting a bit more of a friendlier competition between the pair, to be fair. Certainly not. And you're going to get slammed onto that canvas. Alex Steele walking over to the ropes, going to send herself to the top. What is she thinking from here, Marsha? Trying to tell her to calm down, lovely splash, not going to go for the cover. Marsha's eyes are proper peaked. Is she alright? Looks like she's on the bag. Oh, hang on. Interesting cover here from Cynthia Taylor. Is it going to be enough? No. Alex getting out of it just after the 1 count. Frustration on the face of Cynthia Taylor. What is up with Marsha's eyes? They're terrifying. I'm trying to focus on bloody match and she's absolutely owling me out. Like, I know you've got to be alert to be a referee, goddammit, but I'm a commentator. I'm not sat here wide-eyed. It's got that chemical head pack. Cynthia with an elbow, nasty strike here on Alex Steele. Going to send, no, of course she's going to send Alex Steele to the corner there. Looks like it worked out better, whatever she had planned. Lovely kick here from Alex Steele. Oh. She's looking to end it. She's going to get her up, pump handle. Could it be? Nasty slam to the mat. Alex Steele opting for the middle of the ring. She doesn't want no rope to try and put this to bed. Are we going to see a unified champion right here, right now on the first Destiny kick out? Not enough. We all sort of thought that was it. Everyone in the arena kind of getting up to their feet. But not enough to put this one to bed. Alex Steele thinking maybe now she's going to go for the cover. Could this be the one to put herself as the new champion? And it is. Taking both championships from Mayhem and Crash Course. You could argue this was a Mayhem versus Crash Course fight. I will, because that's what I do. Alex Steele, congratulations. Winning both belts. Unfortunately, Marsha only gifting her with 1 championship. A bit controversial, but it's okay. Congratulations, Alex Steele. Very glad to see you with the W. We will be moving on before we end the show to the 3rd round of the draft. The Party Express is coming back to Mayhem. Massive move, I can't lie. I made that sign and look, I believe he can rise again. And Richard Duke secured the Crash Course. What an interesting round 2 and round 3. We'll be seeing the next round coming very soon. Unmistaken coming very soon as well. Thank you guys, as always, for tuning in. I've been your man Cheese and Lorelei buying a can of C4. Hang on, look out! Jesus Christ, I thought the show was over. Lorelei attacked when she's trying to get a drink and a nasty knee to the face. Absolutely brutal here. I'm not 100% who that is. Let me get a name check. Nasty, nasty attack on Lorelei there. Absolutely brutal. Ladies and gentlemen, whoa! A ruthless attack, and I believe that's Gemma Forth, someone we recently signed over here at Destiny. Nasty attack. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll catch you at Mayhem tomorrow.